Be alright. So we got an 8x10 canvas here. Now to figure out how much paint, how much color you're going to use on an 8x10 canvas, the formula is length times width. So 10 by 8, 8 times 10 is 80. You take that number, you divide it by 16, which gives you 5 ounces of paint to cover this size canvas. Now that's the formula, that's what they say is supposed to be on there. I usually use a little bit more than that. I might use 7 ounces on this canvas. I could use 12 ounces on this canvas at times. It's wasting paint, but wasting paint is part of this art process, this pouring medium process. So, but for correctness sakes, I'm going to use 5 ounces of paint for this canvas. Now this here is a 5.5 ounce cup. Now I'm going to use all the colors that I mixed up on this first painting. Gloves, once again gloves. We're going to do what's called a dirty flip cup. This is one technique. It's the beginner's type technique. It produces a nice painting. There's many variations of this. Dirty flip cup, pour cup. There are several different dirty cup. What we're doing is a dirty flip cup. I'll explain the rest later. So, to make a dirty cup, most people like to start with white in the bottom of their dirty cup. So we're going to start with white. We'll pour a little bit of white in there. Just a little bit. And then some people go from light to dark, others go dark to light, others do random. I'm going to go with some red to start with. And what I'm shooting for is 3 layers of this paint, of these colors. So just a little bit of red. Go with a little bit of blue. Throw the green in there. Throw some purple. And, oh, yellow. And black. And then I'm going to mix it up a little bit. I think. I'll go with the blue. Just because I like different mixes of colors. You don't have to do the same order of paints. Nothing is a law. There's some general rules and ideas that are consistent through different artists, but there's no laws. There's nothing that says you have to do it any one way. There are several different ways to do this. And I don't know what I missed on that one, but I'm going to throw in a little bit more white. And a little bit more black. And I'm going to do one more layer. Let's start with the purple this time. Some people insist that you have to run it down the side of your cup and layer your paints in exactly the same amount of each paint on each layer in the same order every time. It's just the way they do it. This is the way them people do it. And I'm going to do some white. I'm going to hold this cup way higher because I want that white to kind of shoot down through the paint, through the layers. So, see if this gets caught on camera real good. Goes through the paints. Reasoning behind it, I'm not sure if it's correct, but I think it helps mix and blend those paints. I believe it helps with multicolored cells. And then you take your dirty cup and just do a quick stir. Not very much, not even a whole stir sometimes. And then I didn't even go all the way around. I just mixed them, twisted them a little bit. For a dirty pour, or dirty flip cup, you don't cover the canvas with a base color. You take your flip cup, you flip it over like so. Set it back on your stilts. Now, a good thing to buy, an added expense again. Everything's an added expense. You can buy these little push pins. These are extra large ones. You can put those under each corner. They're very helpful. Or you can buy these. These are little screw hooks. Same idea. Put one on each color. Keeps it level. When you pick it up and move it around, set back down, you automatically have stands. You don't have to fiddle with the cups underneath, which you'll see I am going to have to fiddle with. I am going to have to fiddle with a little bit more because my telephone battery's going low. Maybe if I just turn that off. I don't need it to record really. Camera battery's getting low also. I'm going to do this one, pause for a while before I do the second one. But what we got here, dirty cup flipped over. Some people poke holes in the bottom, some people don't. I am going to on this one. Put a hole in there, put that on there for a second. And then give that cup some air. And it starts flowing right away. You can let it flow or you can pull it. Many people do different things. Look at that. Now you excuse me. You can judge for yourself at this point. Is this $25 that I spent worth it to you to go out and spend and buy paints? You think you could do this? You can. Anyone can. A little bit of practice, you get better. Look at those cells. Those cells are awesome in there. Okay, this is another little added expense. Actually, I'm not going to use that one. This is another little added expense. A little butane torch. You can buy one of these at any smoke shop for, oh, I don't know. I think I might have paid $9.99 for this or something. Anywhere from $7.50 to $13. You can get one of these. It's just a little torch, butane torch. A little bit of heat will burn you, so don't do that. Take this and you throw some heat on it, and watch the cells explode. Now, I usually use a much bigger torch when I'm doing a larger painting. This one will work fine. It's a good starter. Throw some heat on there and you see some cells popping up. If you notice, this kind of canvas, this canvas is bowy. When it gets the paint in the middle, it really does droop. So, you do want to let your painting sit there and spread, but maybe take your hand underneath Now when you release your hand, it is going to flow all right back to the center. But if you get it, the paint flowing enough, you spread out for enough. So see, I let go and it pulled back in. But your cells have grown considerably. Those cells in the center. Get you just a piece of thick paper. Fold it in half for this next part. These are free. It's garbage. I just pulled some garbage and cut it up. It's free, so that don't add to any expense there. But you take that, you set it on the side here, and you cup it, and then you tilt. Some people say tilt that real fast. Some people say go slowly. I'm doing it fairly slowly on this one. Tilt it to the corner. Get it to the corner. Kind of open your thing up and close it to do your sides and corners. Get your sides and corners. Tilt the weight of that paint back to the center. Back to the center. Now you don't want to go too fast because you're going to stretch these cells out back here. You don't want to do that. So just go to the center once again. And move your corner catcher is what they call them, to the other side. Some people change their corner catcher with every corner. I do not. Go back the opposite direction. Some people say go corner to corner, side to side, go around it one corner at a time. I say once you've figured out how to make these cells the way you want them, then you start playing with how you want to stretch it. Come back to the center with the paint. Now that's kind of a rule. It's one of those no laws, but there are rules that are consistent throughout the paint world, the pour painting community. That's one of them. Bring your paint, the weight of your paint back to the center of your painting before you change directions. It's just something that will help. We are going to go a little bit faster because that battery on this camera is dying. Did not realize it was going to do that fast. So and going corner to corner helps you with that, bringing the weight of the paint back to the center. From one corner, or going, oh, how do I say that? I'll set it down before I say it. So, if you're tilting this way, and then you go to this corner, and then you go to this corner, and then you go to this corner, you run the risk of, when you go from this corner to this corner, not returning the paint to the weight of the paint to the center before, if you go with this corner to this corner, because you're just flowing the paint this way. You don't want to do that. You want to flow the paint here, back there. If you want to go that corner, make sure you bring the paint back to the center, the weight of the paint to the center before you go that way. It helps with the stretching of cells. It helps you not get a swirly, goofy pattern in there. But the best way, I think, to do it, that ensures that you don't get the swirly pattern that I'm talking about, that you will see sooner or later, or have seen, is to go from kitty corner, one corner to the opposite corner. Just go slowly. Bring it back. See, now different paints, different amounts of silicone and such, thicknesses, help you with stretching of cells and keeping your cells. See? And this is why those other push pins and such help quite a bit, because you don't got to fiddle with those cups underneath. And you just take, I don't have a lot of runoff because I used my catcher for the whole thing. But you take a look at it once you get it stretched. And you look at what you don't really like about the painting. Because you're going to want to pour some off. I don't know which side to pour off. I really like all of this. But you do want to pour some off. There's a lot of paint on this canvas. I'm going to go this way with it. I really hope you can see. I'm going to come back. Really getting into making your painting what you want it. Controlling the flow a bit. So check your corners and your side, just kind of dab them where there might be some bare spots. Using that corner catcher thing again, it helps with ending up with better sides as far as them covered. Okay, that's my first painting out of these cups. Oh, and I shouldn't have did that. I got some giant cells. Now I didn't stir in that silicone too much. I'm going to stir it up more. We'll see smaller cells. I'm going to add more to one of my paintings in this also. This is I'm going to use all of this paint on this video. There is quite a bit. There's enough for 3, 4, 5 more paintings at least out of this paint. What I have here. Again, I had 4 ounces of color for each of these colors. That's 20 ounces. Then I had double that of white and black, 36 ounces of paint. Each canvas takes, they say, 5 ounces. That's what I'm going to use. So I got enough for seven paintings here. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do different techniques. I'm just going to keep going after a break because I got to charge this camera and I got to charge this phone. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Not sure if I'm going to make this into a single video or a series of videos, but just in case I do make it into more than one, I'm going to explain what I'm doing. I got craft paint canvases. I'm doing a for $25 and under type tutorial. Anyway, I had to take a break because my batteries all went dead. But I went upstairs and put all the videos that I already done for this together, and right at the end of it, my brother was watching with me, and he's like, do you ever find this white spot here? Right here on the edge? I didn't find it until I watched the video. So to fix something like that, you just got to kind of dab it. Now it's much easier to do right when you have poured. If you take a little bit of paint from underneath, and I still can't see, but pretty sure it's right there. Anyway, that part's fixed. That's the first painting. I think it looks pretty good. It's got some nice juicy cells. It's been sitting there for a good hour while I charged everything up. I hope you like it. Again, that's the materials that I used for this were right at $25 to buy all of it. And it's enough to get addicted. I did not get a great picture here. Did not get these pastel type colors that I'm using, that I picked out for this. are not exactly my array of colors. I usually use, I don't know, different shades of these colors. But this is what I chose, and we're going to use all this paint up. I'm not sure how many paintings I'm going to get. I'm guessing between 5 and 7. I know the 36 ounces total of colors that I've mixed up here at 5 ounces for this size of canvas. It's supposed to be 7 paintings. I'm guessing closer to 5 because some of the techniques that I'm going to use, they require more paint. You're going to lose more paint with them. Like the next